Kids, come quickly. Gather around. It's time for your morning story. Today, I want to share with you my favorite story. It's about a little orphan girl named Esther. And Esther was raised by her cousin Mordecai. This is the story of how God used her to save his people. There must have been a lot of excitement in Persia. Every girl from India to Ethiopia in all the 127 provinces of the empire was talking about the king's search for a new queen. It had been 12 months since all the ladies were taken to the palace. So I want you to imagine with me what it would have been like. Come, let's take a look at what was happening in the palace. It was Esther's turn to go before the king, and Mordecai, her cousin, waited in excitement to hear what the king would decide. King Ahasuerus was overcome by her breathtaking beauty, and the Bible says that the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the other young maidens. So he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen. Now she's no longer Esther the orphan girl, but rather Esther, Queen of Persia. About this time, the king chose Haman as his prime minister. Mordecai, Esther's cousin, did not like Haman and wouldn't bow.
Now presenting the king's right hand, Haman. Presenting the king's right hand, Haman.
Haman was so angry that Mordecai would not bow to him that he came up with a plan not just to get rid of Mordecai, but to get rid of all the Jews. Haman went to the king and said that he had a plan that would benefit the king and the entire country. He told the king that he would be willing to pay 10,000 talents of silver towards the cause. So great was the king's confidence in Haman that he told him to do as he pleased, and he even gave him his ring. He said, "Write your decree and sign it in my name." The decree would see all the Jews, young and old, killed. It was a terrible thing to do. You can imagine how Mordecai felt when he heard about the king's decree. The Bible says that he rent his clothes and he put on sackcloth with ashes and went out into the middle of the city and cried with a loud and bitter cry.
Come dress, come to see the queen.
No, I can't. Go back.
He refused again. Tell Mordecai to tell the Jews to fast and pray for 3 days, and me and my maids will do the same. And on the third day, even though it is forbidden, I will go and see the king. And if I perish, I perish. Now go.
Thank you. What is so urgent that you have put your life in your hands to come see me? What is your request? It shall be granted to you, even up to half my kingdom.
If it pleases the king, you and Haman come to a banquet that I will prepare today. My king. My king.
what is thy petition? It will be granted to you, even up to half of my kingdom.
I would like you and Haman to come again tomorrow, and then I will answer your question.
Queen Esther, what is it that you really want? It will be granted unto you, even up to half my kingdom.
If I have found favor in the king, please grant me my life. Spare the lives of my people and I, for on this day we are to be annihilated. If we are just to be sold as slaves, I would have held my tongue. That is my request.
Who dared get such an order? Who is he?
It is this wicked man Haman. He hates our people, and he wants us killed.
This is unacceptable.
Please, please,
Come in.
please.
You dare assault the queen, even in my presence.
And that's the end of your story for today.
That's the reason why I love this story, because God chose an orphan girl to be a queen.
See, God always looks out for his people.
Amen.
That's right.